quintessential. That's Len.
A wonderful experience. Wonderful.
As good as an experience as you can possibly have when the buying and selling of a house is what we had with Len.
I got into this business because I love helping people and because I like the relationships that are involved with selling real estate.
We had a slight mishap when our house was in contract, where there was water in our basement, a pipe broke.
They gave me a call, panicking.
I called Bob first, and I called Len second. I was like, help!
I actually ran over to the house and helped pump the basement.
He was in our basement.
Well, not only was he, but he recruited the other individuals from his office to help as well.
I totally forgot about that. They all showed up, which shows how well liked he is.
Brought a backup pump and just had people on hand to help with buckets, moving buckets, things like that. So he was really dedicated, and
whatever it takes.
You don't see that. You don't see that type of activity or behavior.
It was amazing, and he was there all afternoon.
Selling real estate, buying real estate could be a very complex process, and at any point in time, a million things could go wrong. Leave it to Len means I'll take care of any problems that come up. I'm going to make sure your transaction closes. I'll be involved from the very beginning to well after the closing, and I'll make sure that you have less to worry about.
He stuck with us through thick and thin. And he says, Carl, Marcia, we're going to help you sell this house.
He was very pleasant, very down to earth. He made me feel comfortable.
They're wonderful people, but clearly, if you've been in the same place for 43 years, you're going to have a lot of concerns, a lot of issues, a lot of things that need hand-holding.
This is what I think, this is what we should do, and this is what we shouldn't do. And he was pleasant and nice and no pressure whatsoever.
We were looking for a rental, and we went in, and Len was the listing agent on one of the rentals that we went to.
As we talked, I realized that they really could be buying a home.
We weren't sure that we could handle that.
I put them together with a lender, and we managed to find them a home.
I was up at midnight looking at apartments and emailing him, and he was up at 1 a.m. emailing me back.
And again, it was a dream come true with them. So
every step of the way, he was by our side. He helped us through the whole process. He guided us, made sure we were comfortable where we were, made sure we had all of our checklist items taken care of, and really just made it a nice, smooth process.
I operate by what I call my sibling principle, and that is when I'm working with clients, counseling, consulting, answering questions, I think to myself, how would I answer if that were my brother or my sister?
Like now we see Len as part of our family, and I hope we keep this friendship, forever.
I'm a very proactive realtor. I don't wait for things to happen, I go out and make them happen.
What I wanted was less than 1% of the properties that were available in Stamford. I was very specific. It had to be with a water view, on the water, downsized in condo. I didn't want anything large.
So what I did was I looked at expired listings, and I found a unit that had expired several months prior, and I called the agent.
Never heard of a realtor doing that. The fact that he calls expired listings, and that's how I got my dream place on the water, just is phenomenal to me.
I call him the best realtor in Fairfield County.
The best of the best.
Thanks, Len.